guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I want to say thank you so much for the people who recently subscribed to my channel. It's so nice to see you guys are finding my videos and my reviews and my tutorials helpful, and it just gives me so much motivation to create more and more looks for you guys. So today I'm going to give you guys this look. This look I used Colorpop's new eyeshadow palette, which is in collaboration with Sephora, and this is their Golden State of Mind eyeshadow palette. If you want to see the full review and the swatches of this eyeshadow palette, you can either click on the link in the description box below, or there would be a notification somewhere here in the video where you can go click and go directly to the review and the swatches. So but in this video I'm just going to show you how to create this look. Well, it was not an easy one to work with. This eyeshadow palette was very tricky to work with, but you can find more information about that in my full review video. And if you want to see how to create this look, just carry on watching this video. And thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you guys in my next video. See ya. Bye.
Hey girlies, okay, so we are going to begin with the skincare in this video. So I've just sprayed my face with my favorite skin hydration mist, and that's from Amore Pacific, and I'm using a couple of things from my Sephora gift set. So I used TATA HARPER Moisturizer mixed with BIOESSENCE vitamin C rose oil, and Kate Somerville's anti-wrinkle eye cream. And while my face is absorbing all the moisture from the creams and the oils, I'm just doing my brows, and I use my Benefit Cosmetics Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in shade 4, which is medium to dark brown. And I'm going to carve my brows with my favorite drugstore concealer, and that's from Maybelline, Better Than Skin Concealer, and this is in shade Light. I use the shade Light for just to carve my brows. For if I'm using this concealer as my overall face highlight, then I use the shade Medium, which is shade 30, which is a bit more closer to my skin tone. And as usual, I'm using a MAC Cosmetics paint pot in shade Soft Ochre as my eye base. I finally got myself a new one, and I just didn't realize how dried up my old one was until I received the new one, and I just noticed the huge difference between the two products. I was like, oh my god, good job, I just changed it. And I'm using my Sigma 3D precision brush to do this. That's one of my favorite brushes. That's the only one I use for my eye base. And now I'm using Morphe E22 brush to set my eye base, and I'm setting that with Kat Von D translucent setting powder. And for my brow bone highlight, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Pro Powder, and this is in shade Emphasize. This is one of their Pro powders, so I believe you have to be either MAC Cosmetic member, or maybe you can buy them on a store. I have to check that, I'm not 100% sure. And I use the same powder to highlight my inner corner as well. It's not I'm using that only as a highlight not only this product to highlight my inner corner, but I just wanted to give a little bit of a sparkle in my inner corner before I do anything. And for my transition shade, I'm using Makeup Geek single eyeshadow in shade Creme Brulee. This is a really nice soft brown kind of shade. And now we're coming to the eyeshadow palette, the one which I had god knows how many problems. So I'm using Colorpop eyeshadow palette. This is Golden State of Mind palette from Sephora, and I'm using a shade Winged Woman in the outer V of my eye. That was probably one of the easiest shade to work with in this whole look, because it went down really nicely and smoothly, but afterwards everything was just a total mess up. And now I'm using the shade Golden Egg from the palette, and I'm applying this on the inner, like mid of my lid, and I have a clean blending brush to make sure everything is looking nicely blended and there's no harsh lines. At the end I just end up using my finger to put this product, because every time I was using the brush, the product was so much falling down on my face, and it was not just, the application was really poor. And for my inner corner, for inner part of my eye, I use the shade Piper, and I applied that with my finger first. It didn't go well. Then I sprayed my brush, and I'm using MAC 242 brush, and then I tried doing that. It still didn't work. At the end I just went back to my finger just to get any color payoff on my eyelid. It was just the look I had in my mind, it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted, because there was so much problems and inconsistency with this eye palette. It was just, some shades were awesome and some were like total disaster. And as usual, I'm using my favorite eyeliner, and this is from Guerlain, and this is in shade Noir. Actually, I only just realized now, if you're buying that from Sephora, this shade is called Jet Black. It's exactly the same thing. I believe in England they just call it Noir, and over here they call it Jet Black. So I'm applying that, and I'm creating my wing. Leave your comment in the comment section below if you want to see just eyeliner tutorial, how I do my eyeliners. I do use gel liners a lot as well, so if you want to see just a full video how to do eyeliner, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. And for my primer, I'm using First Aid Beauty Coconut Smoothing Primer plus Moisturizer. And for my foundation, I'm using Hourglass foundation stick, and this is in shade Sand, I believe. I will write down the exact shades in the description box below. I decided to blend with my beauty blender first, and then I changed my mind at the end, and I just started to blend it with my foundation brush. And this is one of my favorite foundation brushes, and this is from Morphe. The exact number of this brush will be written down in the description box below. I did blend most of my foundation with my brush, and then I just went on top with the beauty blender. So for more like tight areas, like around my nose and eyes and above near my hairline, I just blended everything with the beauty blender. And this is the technique I learned from Dress Your Face Live from Tamana videos, and actually this was so awesome. I probably will be doing that all the time now, because for doing this I don't have to do color correcting anymore. So I'm using MAC Cosmetics Pro Concealer, and this is in shade NC45. As you can see, it's a very dark shade for my skin tone, but it's kind of like has a really nice orange undertone, which works perfectly well for color correcting. So I've just applied a very little amount under my eyes, and I've just blended that with my beauty blender. And on top, I'm going to go with my Tarte Cosmetics concealers. This is a Shape Tape concealer, and I'm using the shade Light Medium everywhere. So I'm going to apply this shade on the areas where I usually highlight, but I'm going to mix a little bit of a light sand just on the end of my V, because that's the area I really like to brighten it up, or really like to show or have that pop kind of thing. I hope you know what I mean by that. And for my foundation, for my contour, I decided to use this. I'm not 100% sure if I will be doing that again, but I wanted my contour to have a little bit more bronzed, and but still have that sharpness as well. So I went with the Tarte Cosmetics foundation stick in shade Deep Tan, which is not my shade at all. It's very orangey and very deep, but I thought it would be good to just add that bronzy glow. And rest I did with my Anastasia foundation stick, and this is in shade Mink. So I'm just blending my highlight first. I always start my highlight blend from the bottom, like under my eye. I do all the product where the blend all the product first, and whatever is left over on my beauty blender, that I take near my closer to my lower lash line, because I don't like my under eye area to get really creasy or cakey or wrinkly. And for my contour, I'm using my MAC Cosmetics brush in shade in number 132. I think. Yeah, I think so. But I will write down the numbers in the description box. So yeah, I'm just using that's the only brush, like dual fiber brush, I use to blend my contour, because I find it quite easy to work and it blends everything really nicely. And I'm just blending all of my contour, and I will be soon doing a proper just highlight and contour routine, so you can see how to do a proper highlight and contour for your face shape or for different face shape, or how to carve your face. And to set my under eye, I'm using my MAC Cosmetics Studio Fix powder, and this is in shade NC40. I actually got myself NC40 this time. And I'm using Morphe brush, this is G36, to put the same powder everywhere else to set my highlight. And for my contour setting, I'm using a Kat Von D Shade and Light contour and highlight palette. And my favorite contour blending brush, especially powder blending, this is from KATVON. And for my highlight, I use the Maybelline Master Chrome, and this is in shade 100, Natural Blonde, I believe, and I use that as my highlight for this look. This was my first time using this, and I am so like overwhelmed how nice it is. I didn't think I would like anything after trying a Dose of Colors, Fugo and Marry Me, but this was really good, especially for a drugstore product. It's just very good highlighter. And I'm just basically highlighting the usual areas I usually highlight. And for my lower lash line, I just applied the brown shade, the transition shade, on my lower lash line first, and then I wanted a bit of a sparkle on my lower lash line, but the eyeshadows were not working at all, so I ended up putting Urban Decay Cosmetic Metal Glitter Eyeliner in shade Midnight Cowboy. And to highlight my inner corner, I use the shade Girlfriend from the palette. But then again, if you see my review, you will notice I gave the full review about this palette. I will link the video in my description box below, and I will put the notification somewhere in the video as well. You can click on that and go directly to the review. You will find more information about the palette in my review. And for my blush, I used Tarte Cosmetics blush in shade what shade was it? Party, I think. No, Birthday Suit. And for my mascara, I use Benefit Cosmetic Roller Lash Mascara. And for my lip liner, I'm using by Tarte Cosmetic Lip Liner in shade Perfect Nude. This is the one of my favorite lip liners, especially the nude color is my favorite. And now I'm using a Tarte Cosmetics lip pencil, and I will write down the exact shade in the description box below. But this was so perfect for this look. It was like a really nice peachy lippy. And I just topped that up with the Zoer Cosmetics lip topper, and this lip topper in shade is Skinny Dip. And I just pressed that on my lips. I didn't want it to be like too much, so I just literally pressed it. And now I'm just going to do a little bit more glow on my face. This product, I used it first time. So this is from Sephora. This is their Sephora Perfection Mist in shade Nude Glow. And I just applied it the way I saw other people doing it. But I think next time I'm just going to actually spray that on a beauty blender first and then apply it. And to set everything in place, I'm using my Amore Pacific Skin Hydration Mist. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Love you so much guys, and have an awesome day, and love yourself.